Hi everyone, this is Max the Artost, and today I wanted to talk about something that's been on my mind recently. Lolcow culture. So we all know about lolcows, right? They've been around since the internet has been around, and they definitely aren't going anywhere. And this video isn't to condemn anyone who subjects themselves to lolcow content. I've been known to watch a couple lolcow videos myself, but is why I feel like I'm qualified to say this. Lolcows have definitely evolved over the years from people we make fun of for no reason at all to people we make fun of by digging around and finding dirt on them so we can make fun of them. And something I've noticed throughout some of these lolcow videos is that there is definitely a pattern when it comes to choosing lolcows. They're usually overweight, poor, have some sort of neurodivergent problem, and are conventionally unattractive. The first example I want to bring up is one I believe is fairly recent and is still going on, which is Nova Online. Nova Online started about a few years ago with a pretty famous meme, I believe. One where he asked for more onion soup. Now, people started to dig into Nova after that meme to find out about a lot of bad things he's done, like grooming multiple minors, having an age play fetish, not helping his mom play for stuff, subjecting the internet to his fetish, even though they haven't consented. I know I haven't. I don't believe Nova is a good person by any means. He's just my strongest example of the lolcow pattern, which I have been seeing recently. Posting a cringy video, and then people make fun of him, and then people dive into this person's personal life and personal messages, and then find out something horrific they can use against them. For Nova, it was the fact that he's a pedophile. Am I saying Nova does not deserve anything he's been getting? No. He deserves everything he's been getting. But the thing is, Nova thrives off of attention and people who give him attention, seeing as he probably didn't get that much attention from the people raising him. Which is why the best thing to do, especially for Nova and other lolcows, is to ignore them, is to stop paying attention to them. Which is what they want. They want to thrive off of every single bad comment. It doesn't matter if you praise them or if you subject them to whatever mean name you want to call them. They will eat that up because that's what they want. They want the attention. Every outrage, every swear word, every badass moment is because they're trying to get more clicks and views for their attention. Another example I would like to bring up is Daniel Larson, a depraved individual. He is very much so a low to mid-functioning autistic, as well as a whole bunch of other mental disorders that we probably don't know. And we probably will never know. Daniel Larson got famous after posting strange videos on the internet, like Nova Online. And we learned that when you post strange videos on the internet, people like to dig. So when he got attention, and he now held onto it, he didn't know what to do with it. He didn't ever have that attention before, so he started posting his entire life on there. And we found out through a Pinterest board that he then said he didn't have, which he definitely did. We found out that he was attracted to young girls, which is disgusting. Deprived behavior that should definitely not be applauded. He should be in jail, and I believe he currently is. If he's not, comment down below, because he needs to be in jail or in some sort of custody. He was bullied for a pretty long time. Am I saying he deserved it? No. Am I saying that he didn't deserve it? Also no. The reason why I'm saying he didn't deserve it is because he didn't deserve the attention that it got him. He didn't deserve those people calling him those things because he didn't deserve their time. These people do not deserve your time. They do not deserve your comment. They did not deserve your watch time. They did not deserve the data on your phone. But when you call these people out, they aren't going to take it. They're just going to call it another hate comment and move on with their lives. Something I learned from debate and a whole bunch of stuff is that you cannot change people's opinions when they have their minds made up, or it's very, very hard to do so. So when these people have their minds made up that everyone who calls them out as a troll and is an awful person, of course they're just going to ignore it. Daniel Larson did a whole bunch of stuff. And most of that stuff was encouraged by his audience, or his quote-unquote managers, who really used him for their own financial and entertainment gain, you know? He needed help, and all he got was people who wanted to see his downfall. Now, there were a few people, like his caretaker and a couple people who actually wanted to help him, but they are very small in numbers compared to the mountain of people who wanted to see him fall. Now I wanted to branch off of that to another lolcow who I think is also currently still in the circle, Tofia. Tofia is a woman who's currently living in a shelter, and her mother is in a separate shelter due to the fact that she cannot put down her phone. Tofia is a classic case of internet addiction. She can't live without it. It got to the point where she was kicked out of a shelter and had to live in another one because she would not put down her phone. A lot of people who have covered the subject of lolcows and lolcow culture have also stated how they found it weird that people who had wished upon Tofia's downfall. People said that she deserved it purely, mostly just because they did not like her. And I know Tofia has done a lot of bad things as well. Maybe not to the point of Nova or Daniel Larson, that we know of at least. But it's still bad, like being caught with teen stuff on her phone when she put her phone sideways, as well as calling slurs that people thought that she could not claim. It does not mean that people wishing death upon her or on her family is good. Especially when it came to the death of her brother. Tofia's brother died after the car that they were living in got carjacked and was murdered. Now, people said that this was Tofia's fault, which I kind of don't understand. I understand that it might have been her fault that they got kicked out of their place, but was it really their fault that some random guy decided to uproot her brother from their lives? And I do not believe that it was her fault at all. Are other things her fault? Yeah. Her getting kicked out of her house? Yeah. Her getting kicked out of a motel for it being dirty? Yeah. She could have helped clean up. Is her dad her fault? No. Her dad's a separate person. Is her mom her fault? No. Her mom is a separate person. Is the guy who killed her brother her fault? No, because it's a separate person. Second to last example that I wanted to bring up is the infamous first lolcow, Christian Westland Chandler. Started off by making videos about video games, videos about Sonic, and then people started digging, started trolling. They made Christian do a lot of things. They also told them to do a lot of bad things. It wasn't till about 2020 or 2021, I believe, if I'm wrong, please check me, that Christian did bad things, to his mom at least, where he, I don't know how to say this, where he did very inappropriate things to his mom and went to jail. He came out as transgender and came out as Christine Westland Chandler. I believe she is now out and about, which I do not think is right. I do not think that she should be out on the streets. I do believe she needs to stay in jail, or at least stay in a facility that can care for her type of needs. Her being out of jail is genuinely crazy to me. But the amount of people who are absolutely obsessed with her life, like there were 3-hour documentaries on this person. This random person who arguably hasn't really done anything for society other than, I don't know, invent Let's Plays. Which I do thank for that. God knows where I'd be without my weekly Markiplier video. I think the last example of a lolcow I want to bring up is definitely World of T-shirts. Now, I don't know a lot about him, but the reason why I don't know a lot about him is because the videos that I did watch, he didn't really do anything wrong, to me at least. He freaked out on camera, he told people to put the fries in the bag, and he was just egged on by people who didn't understand his condition, such as his caretakers, this friend of his, and a bunch of random people on the internet who also allowed him to develop a very, very serious drinking condition. There is also the fact that he is a low, functioning autistic man with basically no help. And people just make fun of him because he acts out. People shouldn't encourage the behavior that he was doing, which is what they were doing and why he was acting out. But if you discourage that behavior, it does slowly stop. It's not right away, but it slowly does stop. Now, where am I going with all this? Hey, Max the Artos, you just spent a whole however so minutes talking about how these people are terrible and how we shouldn't want to talk about them and how they're not worth anything. Should we want to discourage the behavior they're doing? Shouldn't we want to tell them that we discourage that behavior? Shouldn't we want to make them stop posting online? And yeah, we do. We do want to make them stop posting online. But the best way to do that is to ignore them. In my previous point, I brought out how these people feed on attention. They do. Tofia, Nova, Daniel Larson, World of T-shirts not so much. Chris Chan, absolutely. They thrive off of this attention. And they thrive off of gaining it. And seeing it. And even though it's not nice, right? Even though it's all hate, it fills something in them that they never had before. They have a community, believe it or not. Even if you say that you are against these people and you do not want anything to do with them, but you're still commenting on their stuff, still posting the videos, still reposting, still sending it to friends, you are actively contributing to them getting bigger and getting more attention. There's also this obsession with the acceptable victim. An acceptable victim is someone who gets harassed or assaulted or something else because purely society believes as a whole that they deserve it. And you may think that, like, hey, yeah, society believes that they deserve it, so maybe they do deserve it. And yeah, I can agree with you there, but it goes back to my point of you need to stop giving these people attention. I've noticed a couple trends with lolcows, like I've stated before. They're conventionally unattractive, plus size, neurodivergent, poor. Most of these people talk about having caregivers or some type of system that their fans, quote unquote, tell them to ignore so that they can have more content. I've read comments on subreddits about lolcows. People telling these people that they should end themselves, or that they don't deserve to be on this earth, or that they are these horrible things one after another. And most of the time, I will admit it is true, alright? Nova Online, is a depraved individual. It is absolutely horrible, and he needs to get off the internet and pay for some of the bills that his mom is paying for. And he needs to clean that house. I fully believe that. Jupiter the Hybrid, horrible person, is a pedophile. I am on Linda Binda's side. But again, giving these people attention, even if they are disgusting and deprived, they have a sickness and they need help, and they are not going to get that help from random Joe Smo who is commenting KYS on their Instagram or TikTok. Now, engaging in content like this, and I'm not talking about watching a deep dive or listening to a smoky recap, I'm talking about actively commenting, talking to, and interacting with these lolcows. They thrive on attention. If you see a lolcow, just block them and move on with your life. It's the best thing you can do for your own mental health. Keeping up with lolcows really does take a toll on your own mind as you soak up these things that these people have done. And the best thing you can do is not let them have any sort of effect on you. Ignore them, report them. If you want to be a huge help, report them to their local police. Submit any sort of evidence you have and you know. And I know that Smokey and Kiwi Tapes have been doing that, and I applaud them for it, especially for the Nova Online situation. And that's it. I wanted to make a rant video because I've been noting this pattern for a while, and I thought it'd be a good thing to start a channel off with, seeing as it's also pretty popular. And I thought I'd end the video with an introduction of myself. My name is Max the Artost. It's actually spelled M-A-K-S and not M-A-X, but I spell it M-A-X online because X's are edgy. I am an artist and a college student. I have a bird and a dog, and I love drawing comics. I actually have a comic coming out called Godhood. It's coming out in a few months, which you can keep track of on my socials, which are in the description of this video and also in my channel page. I have a wonderful fiance and I'm getting married in a year, and I am offering commissions to help pay for my wedding. My Ko-fi is linked in my channel description as well as this video's description. I do sketches, full colors with backgrounds, and I'm pretty skilled to draw just about anything you'd like, but I mostly excel at character. Anyway, this is Max the Artost. Stay toasty.